Hey everyone, James here. I wanted to give a quick show of how to late swap utilizing the portfolio manager. This is kind of a newer um, function that is possible thanks to the exposure management tool. This is going to be expanded a little bit. Right now, what you can do is you can remove players and replace players, but you can't add players. That's something that I want to do before NBA season comes along for sure. But for now, I want to show off how to utilize it to lower your exposure and swap players out. So let's go ahead and go over here, and I'm going to load this up from like scratch, right? So here is MLB, and we're going to go with DraftKings FanDuel IDs here. We're going to download the lineups that we have, and that will look like this. What we need to do with this is remove anything that is not a lineup, right? Just the lineups. Then we're going to save that. It's all my lineups. And we're going to go back to the portfolio manager. So I already have the pricing for this slate. It's right here. This is just the site CSV from this slate. We're going to load up the portfolio that I just saved. And I already have the projections from earlier. So we can go with that. So now we see that we have my lineups. The exposure management tool, I'm going to go into more depth on this in a separate video where I talk a little bit about all the different functions that are happening in the portfolio manager right now. But what you need to know is that it allows you to take a player and set a target exposure for them, and it will replace that player with players who are appropriately priced at the position and project within range of the player. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what our exposures look like right here. So we have 48% Soriano, 42% Chandler Simpson, 42% Jazz Chisholm. The Yankees game has already locked, and I believe there's another game that's already locked as well. Let's go see what games those are that have already locked. Give me one sec, because I probably should have looked at this before, but I didn't. Let's see. So the slate started at 6:40. We've already had Colorado, Cleveland lock. We've had Tampa Bay, New York, and we've had LAD, Cincinnati. Okay, so good to know. So with these here, say that we thought that we have too much Jose Soriano. All right, let's go over here and let's swap some of him out. So we want to aim instead for 40% if possible. We don't want to maintain stacks because he is for the Yankees, and we do not want to. We do want to affect Yankees lineups. This basically says like if we were going to do Nick Kurtz, then this would say, do you want to change him out in athletic stacks? And if we say no, then we will not change any athletic stacks. We'll only change lineups where he is a one-off. So we have plenty of locked teams here. So Colorado, Cleveland has already locked. Tampa Bay, Yankees has already locked. And Dodgers, Cincinnati has already locked. So what this says is, okay, these teams have already locked, so we can't replace Jose Soriano with any of the pitchers from these teams. So let's see if we can get him down to 40%. We're going to affect our portfolio here. Going to go ahead and analyze our players now if we click that and see where we're at. So we're only at 48%, and the reason for that is that we don't have anybody who is a good enough play or within range of his salary, at his salary or lower, to replace him with. So let's try to find somebody who maybe we can do this with, right? Let's try to find Julio Rodriguez, right? We could probably replace Julio Rodriguez. So say instead we wanted to do Julio Rodriguez. And I currently have 21% of him. Let's try to get him down to 10%. So let's go ahead and run that. Let's go and analyze. And let's see what we ended up with. So that one does look like we were able to get him down. And we did not maintain stacks, so we took him out of Seattle stacks, and we were able to get him down to 9%. So that's awesome. And then what you would do is you would then just go ahead and go download your portfolio. If we wanted to do with somebody else, right? Like say that we wanted to do, I can show you what happens if there's, well, I already did because Jose Soriano couldn't be replaced. So that's fine. If you want to do somebody else, like say that we wanted to get maybe Zach Nato out, maybe we think there's too much Zach Nato. And we could do that. And say that Zach Nato got scratched, right? We have 19%. So say that he got scratched and we just wanted 0. We'd go 0.0% here. Maintain stacks, obviously no, because we want to remove him everywhere, even if he's in an angel stack. And then we can go portfolio here. Then we can go analyze, and now we should have no Zach Nato, right? If we sort this by player and we sort it low. So we have 2 Zach Natos here, and that's because he couldn't be removed from specific lineups. I wonder which ones those would have been. Anyway, that's what we aim to do here. We need to make it so that this gets to 0. It replaces him just point blank period. But we were able to get 19 down to 2, so that's nice. Anyway, this is the way that you would do some late swapping. This is obviously still a little bit in testing. But then what you do is you just download the portfolio, and there you go. Like here's your lineups that you have now after you do your late swapping. I don't feel the need to go and upload those, but if I wanted to, then I would just save this. Actually, I don't need to save it. Then I would go back here, download, and what I would do is I would go back to the portfolio that I just downloaded here. I would take the lineups that I got, copy them down, and then just copy them into here, and then just reload. Save that. So let's DraftKings 79. Come over here, upload, and I would just choose 79. So that's how you do some late swapping. Like I said, there are some things that I want to do that I think would be really cool. Like say, right now we have 2% Zach Nato. Say that we wanted to get more of him. We want to go back up to 20. What I'd like to be able to do is go like that and then say, obviously portfolio, and then go back and see that we got a whole bunch more Zach Nato, but that is not working yet. That's going to be coming probably either tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's how you use the exposure management function. It's just a good way of trying to make sure that your exposures are taken care of, that you have things where you want them to be, that you don't like if Nick Kurtz was 90%, then we would want to drop him down to 50%. We could do that with this tool. So something people have been asking for, wanted to show it off a little bit. Anyway, you can find this over at Paydirt_ or PaydirtDFS.com. And it's going to continue to get improvements and be an absolute monster as we continue into NFL and NBA season. So thanks so much. I appreciate all of the support, and I will talk to you later.